Hi everyone, sorry it's been so long. I've been absolutely flat chat doing all my videos for Master of the Markets, but I am back and I'm looking forward to showing you what the market has in store right now. So what I'm going to do is do a bit of a top-down approach, so looking at the monthly first. Let's unpack where Bitcoin is right now, and you can see that we are at the key resistance. So we haven't had a candle close above that resistance yet, but this one is looking pretty damn good right now. So as long as this monthly candle closes above, we will have the highest candle close in history in Bitcoin. Okay, so at a critical level now, you know, we've only just began the month. We've got many weeks to go. But if that candle does close above the $60,000 mark, then things are looking pretty good. So that's the monthly candle there. If you look at the weekly, okay, you can see that we are coming up to approaching the key zone as well. Okay. Right now we've got a bit of a kind of doji thing going on there. So we're interested again to see how this weekend, we've only just started the week, so very early days. Will we get another big green candle like this? Yet to be seen. Going from there, we are quite overbought. As you guys know, I'm not a massive fan of using RSI for overbought and oversold. However, on the weekly, I will at least take notice of it because it will at least often have a bit of at least pullback in some form there on the weekly candle. So as you can see there, weekly overbought, we had some weeks consolidation. Weekly overbought now, you would expect a few weeks consolidation if as well. So here, when it was overbought, we had weeks consolidation. Here, consolidation. Okay, and then going back on history. So going off history, I've just put up the history index. You can see we're here now. Okay, here we had a pullback. Here, not even a turn, we had a pullback. Here, 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 we had at least 2 weeks pullback. Here, pullback. So you get in the pattern. At least 1 or 2 weeks of at least kind of chilling once it's overbought. It doesn't mean that it's a top or anything, okay? It just means that obviously the market's quite extended right now and it could trade sideways. The good thing is when Bitcoin trades sideways, that's actually when altcoins can perform very well. Let me pull up the Bitcoin dominance chart to show you. BTC.dominance. Okay, and what we're looking at here is this chart here. Okay, this is our Bitcoin dominance cycle and how it works. What we're looking for altcoins to do well are the bottom three. As you can see here, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, it's not good for altcoins. As you can see, we've been going up, which is why altcoins have really sucked. Okay. However, if Bitcoin dominance is decreasing, when we're in alt season, it's when also Bitcoin is increasing as well. But also you notice here when Bitcoin's stable, altcoins can go up as well. That's what I'm talking about. When Bitcoin can chill sideways, it's actually a period when altcoins can actually increase and do well as well. But the key is actually in the Bitcoin dominance charts. As you can see, we are at resistance right now. We're still in an uptrend, which means we're still here, which means alts still aren't doing very well yet. They're either decreasing, which they're not, decreasing fast, which they're not, or they're stable or in the accumulation phase, which is where they are. Okay, so altcoins are in the accumulation phase. Some of the really good ones are breaking out of their accumulation phase, like I've been sharing with you guys recently with theater and audio and stuff like that. They're just starting to break out of the GRT, starting to break out of their accumulation bases, NEO. That's where we are. Okay, they don't actually start to rapidly increase until here, and I will show you examples of this soon as well. What we're waiting for it to do is we want to see this start to roll over. Once this starts to go into a downtrend, then we will have alts starting to rise dramatically. So right now, that's a major support. That's where the buyers stepped in last time. We need them to lose that 50% mark in order for that to happen. Probably the most important chart your eye should be on right now is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And you're probably wondering, why is this one important? Okay, and this is where it comes down to knowing how the cycles work. This is the path to alt season. It's broken up into 4 phases. Phase 1 is Bitcoin, and where you can see flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price to surge. While that's happening, money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth Bitcoin, and starts to outperform it eventually once we move into phase 2. If you look at where we are right now, you can see we topped here, selling lower, 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 selling higher, equal high. Okay, now on top of that, what have we got? Buying lower, buying lower, buying lower, buying lower, buying lower, buying higher. So you can see this part here, something is starting to potentially shift. What we're looking for is it to break above this key level, where old support became resistance. If we were to break up above here and go there, that would be a reversal pattern. It's called a non-failure swing. Okay. What you would be doing is breaking the decline. You would change your market structure, because what it's telling you is that the sellers are no longer selling lower. They're selling higher for the first time, selling at the same spot again. And then if it was to break through there, that means the sellers are gone. Okay, sellers exhausted. On top of that, you can see buyers were stepping in lower every time. Then all of a sudden they're higher. So then if they're stepping again higher and go up, that's buyers stepping in higher, sellers stepping in higher, change your market structure. Okay. Why is this chart so important? The Ethereum Bitcoin, because phase 2 does not happen until Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flipping in. So at the moment, Ethereum is still underperforming against Bitcoin. We are still in phase 1. Okay. We don't know right now if this whole market is only booming because of the Bitcoin ETFs and money's flowing into Bitcoin, but is not flowing into your altcoins yet. We aren't officially moving into the next phase until this chart starts to change market structure. We are down on a key support zone. Okay, you can see down here, buyers, and now buyers are in here again, but we haven't actually changed market structure yet. So that point right there, that 0.06 is the key zone. If sellers are exhausted, we officially change market structure on Ethereum against Bitcoin, which means that we move into phase 2, which is where Ethereum starts to outperform Bitcoin. Let me show you where Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin in the past. Okay, on the left is Bitcoin, on the right is Ethereum. Let's look. When Bitcoin finally took out the high, the date was pretty much the end of November. Okay, end of November, beginning of December. What do you think happens the minute that Bitcoin takes out the high? It's all over the media. Okay, it's, oh my God, Bitcoin's risen from the dead again. It's back again. Da, 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 da. Then what happens? Everyone starts hearing about it. The public participation starts to get involved. Okay, so the minute we take out the high is when the public start being aware, which is when they start to get involved. If you look at that same date, end of November, December on Ethereum, you'll notice that we are here. Okay, it hasn't even, it's nowhere near taken out the high. Okay, $500, it was more than 50% off the low there. Okay, so once we then take out the high and Ethereum starts to then outperform, that then is when, so you can see it's lagging by about, when does the high come in? End of January. So it's lagging by that 2 months, Ethereum to Bitcoin. As I showed you with our cycle, where does money go into after Ethereum? The large caps, and then the medium and small caps. So as I always quote Wayne Gretzky, go to where the puck is going, skate to where the puck is going, not where it's been. So instead of chasing Ethereum, you might want to trade it. Go to where you know the money is going to flow into, because it's going to go into there. Think about when it's all over the media and the public start getting involved. They're not buying Bitcoin at $70,000. To them, it's too expensive. What do? They look for the next Bitcoin. So money starts to flow into all of your small caps, medium caps, things like that, to try and chase that next big win, because everyone always just tries to get rich quick. Okay. So knowing that, Let's also now look, Bitcoin took out the high there. Let's look at something like Cardano. What did it do? Which is one of the large caps. Okay, large caps. It didn't break out till here, which was the 4th of January. That there was 2 months, or about 4 or 5 weeks after Bitcoin took out the high, did it take for Cardano to go ballistic. Yes, we had gains, and at the time, you've gone from 3 cents up to 20 cents, a 6x. Awesome, good money. However, look when the explosion happens. Okay, it's not until after we take out the highs. So what we're looking for is 1, Bitcoin to take out the highs, and 2, for that Ethereum Bitcoin chart to flip. Then we know that we've got confirmation that the bull run continues, and we also know that the money is now rolling into phase 2. Let's also now look at some smaller caps. So that was phase 3 I showed you. That date started the breakout around beginning of January. Let's look at some of the smaller cap ones. Here's audio, small cap one. It didn't take off till March. So then you can say, hang on, that was taken off in January. This didn't take off till March, months later afterwards again. Okay, so money just flows from that to that to that. But it all starts with Bitcoin taking out the high, then the Ethereum Bitcoin pair taking it out. Then it goes into your large, then your thing. And always don't be chasing today's gains, chasing tomorrow's gains. Look to where the money's going to flow into. Look for your good setups. Look to what's going to pump. So the question I've been getting is, are we officially in a bull market? No, not yet. However, we're very close. Okay, so if we can take out the high, stay there. If the Ethereum Bitcoin flips, if the Bitcoin dominance turns down, they will be our 3 confirmation signals that we have moved into our alt season, and then we will start to go into an absolutely raging bull market. If you think you've missed it, you are not even close. As you saw here, you're down here. We are in phase 1, which is, remember, it is the accumulation phase of alts. You're still down here. It seems crazy because, audio is 2 cents, and up here it's now at, what is that, 20 or 30 cents. So some of them have done 5x's or 10x's. However, they still went up to $5. So still plenty of gains to come. You haven't missed out on anything. It's not about what price you get in. It's about risk to reward. Hope that helps, guys. Take care. Make sure that you are bullish, but cautiously bullish. The reason why I'm saying that is we are in extreme greed on the Fear and Greed Index. And we know that when everyone's on one side of the boat, often the market can pull back to just wipe them out a little bit. Okay, looking at history, we look at our chart here. Whenever we get up to this extreme greed, you often can, along with that weekly RSI overbought, get a few weeks just to pull back to kind of get out that new money that's just come in because they're super excited. They come in, goes down for 3 weeks, they get bored, then they think it's a scam, they exit, and then that kind of thing. Okay, so it's not a oh my god, we're in max thing, get out. Definitely not, because as you can see here, you can go extreme greed for a long period of time. Also, like I talked about, Bitcoin can hover sideways as well, and while it's hovering sideways, altcoins can do really well as well. All right, so just be wary. There could be a possible pullback in the coming week for a few weeks. Okay, so just don't over leverage yourself too much. But if you're on your spot buys, things like that, you've got nothing to worry about unless you get a change of market structure on the daily. If you get that, different story. Until then, the market is buying higher and they are selling higher. That means we're in bullish market structure. Hope that helped, guys. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.